Hi, Andrew. Nice to
Hi.
see you again.
Nice to see you too.
How have you been since the last time I saw you?
I've been okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, something that I was really interested in doing today for the session is would you be interested in talking about what we could do when we see your mom and your wife when they come in?
Yeah, we can do that. Um, I guess before they come in, there's like something I should say um, about my mom, because I'm guessing you need like the whole backstory. That would help.
Yeah, whatever you want. You're comfortable with telling me.
Um, so I don't like talking about it. That's why I haven't brought it up yet. Because it's hard to talk about. But when um I was like younger. My dad, when like he was alive, he was an alcoholic. We talked about that. He was an alcoholic, but um, he would like abuse me. And so after like he passed away, and then after high school, I just wanted to get away from it all because I just wanted to like start fresh, and I didn't want to be reminded of anything that had happened to me before that.
Right.
So when I graduated, I went to the army, and then I like didn't talk to my mom at all because she would be like just a reminder of like everything from the past, and I was trying to block that out. And so I don't really talk. I mean, I talk to her um, because my wife and like my I want my wife, my kids to know her. But as for me like communicating with her, that's still not very good. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that you have a bad relationship that you're telling me with your father, or you did. I'm sensing that you're kind of worried about what's going to happen when your mom comes in here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you tell me more about your relationship with your mom before?
So she knew, like, she obviously didn't like my father being an alcoholic because he was verbally abusive to her and then mostly verbally abusive to me, but sometimes it escalated into more depending on how drunk he was. So it's just, he would like sometimes like grab me and then she would try to butt in. But like after a while, after it went on, she didn't butt in anymore because then it would just escalate even further. So I
Mm.
guess she thought she was doing the right thing by not like coming in and helping when he was like grabbing me, but in actuality like it made it worse for me because like she was just standing there while I was yeah.
So, after you came home from the army, you talked about that before. How long after that did you and your mom stop talking?
Oh, I met my wife a year after I was in the army, and then um I had like met her family and everything, and so she asked to meet mine. She knew my father had passed away, but she hadn't met my mother, so she asked if we could, and I didn't want to keep her from that. And at the time, I thought like, oh, maybe we can patch things up. But then once I saw her again, everything kind of came
Right,
back.
right. Well, I'm sorry that you lost your relationship with your mother, but if she was here right now, what would you want to say to her? Just to prepare for when she comes in, we could think about something that we would want to talk to her about.
Yeah. Um. Uh. I feel like my feelings from the past aren't. What am I trying to say? They aren't like over with yet. Like they aren't resolved.
Right.
So I, as much as I would hate to, and don't really want to, I feel like it would be best if like those were brought up to try and like work it out. Because if that's not worked out, then I don't really think we can move forward.
That's good to bring up some feelings that you still have instead of avoiding them. That's good. Um, Same goes for your wife. I'm interested in finding out more about your wife's relationship so that we can talk about it with her too. When later session, we'll talk to your mom first. But I'm also just curious to know so we can figure out what to talk to your wife about as well.
With her, like in past sessions, we actually have been getting better. Like our relationship has been. But just because, like my kids were like an important, or not were, are an important part of my life and always will be. So I realized I was getting like to a stage where it was like crossing where they were seeing what I was doing, and I don't want them to change their image of me just because of my image I had with my dad. So with my wife, I'd probably just want to talk about how she thinks things are going now, since I think they're going better, but that's just, like that's just my perspective, and she's would be honest on whether things are or not. So I want to know that.
Okay. Can you tell me more about your wife's concerns as to like why you thought you guys were having problems in the first place?
With my wife, it was because of like I got my second DUI,
Mm.
and so she was concerned because I didn't stop drinking after that. Like after my first one, she thought for sure I was gonna stop, but I didn't. I kept going, and I progressively got worse. And then I got my second one. So after that one, she thought like for sure, now you're done. And then I was still drinking, and so that really caused some conflicts. Um, but I've been trying to be better with my drinking, so I think that's what's helping. But obviously, I just can't stop because I've been drinking for so long.
Right. Well, I'm sensing that things are getting better between you and your wife. Did she like that you were going to the AA meetings? Have you still been going to those?
Yeah, actually, so I go to the AA meeting, and then she doesn't like pry, like what we talk about, because she gets that I like my privacy. But I mean, while we're getting ready for bed, like I talk about what we talked about in the meeting anyways, for the most part. And so like she just feels like connected to me again because I'm not like hiding stuff from her anymore.
Right. That's good. Do you think that your mom would want to know that you were going to the AA meetings because that would help her know that you were trying to not drink anymore?
Yeah, she'd probably like it, but like my father had said he was going to AA meetings and he actually wasn't. So she might not believe me that I'm actually going, and that just might spark up a whole nother fight or argument.
Okay. Well, in a perfect world, what do you think you would want your and your mom's relationship to be like? Would you want to be really close, or do you just want her to not talk to you anymore? Do you want to just like have a normal like relationship with your mom?
Um, I guess our relationship has never really been normal. So,
Okay.
but and I wouldn't not want to talk to her at all because she has grandkids and I want her to see them, and I want to see her because she's my mom. So not like super close where she's over at my house every single day because I don't want that. I like my privacy, but like once a week probably, or like call and check in, see how she's doing, just because I know like she's alone.
Right.
And that bothers me, but
Right. Well, something else that we could do is when she comes in, we could ask her how she feels about everything, and we could talk to her. I could mention that you have been going to the meetings, so that could be something that would maybe make things better for your guys' relationship, as well as your wife. We can talk to her about the AA meetings, and I can ask her how she feels about that and how she's liking it, But also something I wanted to ask you is one of your concerns were talking to your friends from work. I know that that was something really big that you were worried about. How has that been going to work? Do they know anything that's going on, or has it just have you not been trying to tell them about it?
yeah. So I mean, the guys were always asking me like, "Hey, like come out, hey, come out," and I knew that if I really was gonna get better, I couldn't go out every night. So I cut it down to Wednesdays and Thursdays, just because Friday, like, that's a family night now, and so I know not to bail on them on Fridays. Not that I would want to, anyways. But so yeah, Wednesdays and Thursdays I go out with them. Wednesday's pool night, so we just hang out and play pool, and then Thursday's dollar bottles. So can't miss that one. Um, and But that's so much better than before, because before I was going out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and sometimes Fridays, and sometimes even Saturdays. But so that's even getting a lot better, and they understand that I can't go out all the time because I'm getting help, and like they completely support me with that. So they're pretty great.
Okay, good. Well, something that's going on with the DUI is they might need you to not, or while going with the AA classes, you might not be able to drink as much. Is that something that concerns you, or concerns you for like your social life with your friends at work?
I mean, yeah, it concerns me because I've tried to quit before and I couldn't. But I mean, this time is different because like I'm actually like trying to get help compared to last time. Like I was just trying to do it myself. So I think this time will be different, but especially since I have like the support from my family. So,
Good. And do you think that having the support with your mom would help you as well?
yeah, I think so, as long as she doesn't like nag on me.
Right.
You know, like I am trying to get better, and sometimes she has a habit of always saying the negative side. Like, even though I'm getting help, she'll be like, "Oh, but you had 2 drinks today." Like, mom, you know, like
Right.
I'm not a little kid anymore. You can't always control what I do. But like, I just want her to see the positives
Okay.
in what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, something else that we could do in the next session, if you're interested, is kind of figure out a way to talk to your friends about what's going on too, just in case you feel the need that you don't want to always drink with them. If you just want to still be friends with your like all your peers at work, that could be something that you would be interested in talking about.
Um, yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Also, would you rather talk to your mom first or your wife first to talk about everything?
I would say my wife, just because I'm more worried about our relationship right now than I am with my mom. I just want to make sure that things are getting better with her.
Okay.
And then once I know that, I think like that weight will be lifted off my shoulders, and then I'll be able to talk to my mom.
Okay. Does your mom and your wife have contact with each other? Do they talk a lot? They do still talk? Okay. So they both kind of feel that they need to like work something out with you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, well, in the next session, we'll bring in your wife first because you want to talk to her first, and I understand you want to work that out.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, we'll bring them in, and then we'll figure out everything to do with your friends at work, and then we'll talk about that next time I see you, okay?
Okay.
All right. It was good seeing you again.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you.